Johnson & Johnson was hit with almost $1 billion verdict in California over allegations that its talc powder, its baby powder, causes cancer, and that it knew about it and yet continued to sell it. A huge part of that verdict was just stricken by the California trial judge. The verdict had been $966 million, with $950 million of that being a punitive damage award, claiming that Johnson & Johnson acted with malice because it knew about the cancer-causing properties of its product and yet continued to sell it. After the trial judge has knocked out the punitive damage award entirely, which sometimes happens in these cases where you hear about a huge verdict. If a huge verdict happens, a defendant has two options. Number one, the defendant can appeal to the trial judge to either reverse and reduce or strike out altogether certain damage claims. That judge can make a judgment notwithstanding the jury verdict and either reduce or eliminate part of the verdict. If that's unsuccessful, then the defendant can try an appeal and have an appellate court either strike or reduce the verdict. In this case, the trial judge has determined on her own that Johnson & Johnson did not act with actual malice, and therefore the punitive damage award was improper, and she's entirely stricken that award, which was $950 million. Even if she hadn't done that, it's very likely that the award would have been substantially reduced, because the United States Supreme Court has held that it's not constitutional to have punitive damage awards that are very, very large in comparison to the compensatory damages. So usually, if compensatory damages are very high, the punitive damage award can't be more than the compensatory damage award. So even if this award had stuck, the punitive damages, it likely would have been reduced to equal the compensatory damages, which were $16 million. So bottom line, big verdict, still almost gone, but still huge, still a $16 million verdict against Johnson & Johnson over allegations that its talc powder products caused cancer.